Okay, this is an anchor winch I made for my 15-foot Savage Runabout. It's got a 90 horsepower motor on the back, so it's reasonably heavy. As you can see, I've used a winch motor that goes on the front of a four-wheel drive or something like that. Taken off the original spool of cable and attached a bike chain sprocket there, and up here I've used a wheelbarrow wheel and slid an axle through. I've had to make the wheelbarrow wheel a little bit bigger. When I've done that with some plywood cut out and attached with another little plate of aluminium either side, and I've screwed it all and bolted it all up together. Made this little plate here, steel plate, all right, and that actually allows the spool to be locked in place with this rod that goes through there. Rod goes through right through there, and it's just a spring operated device that you just flick, and it just pushes the rod into the holes and locks it in position. A plain simple rectangular square tubing frame made up with axle for the spool supported on either end with adjustments made available. The motor is operated either remotely or via a plug-in cable that plugs into this plug there. It's fairly bulky, but it works very well. Cost me about 150 bucks to make. You could make it a whole lot better too. I had limited facilities in my workshop, so especially the spool, and this is really just an experimental one to see how it worked, and it worked really well. I've taken off the original device. On the end of the winch there was a knob here that you pull out to allow it to free spool, and I've made up this little lever here which allows you to push it in, all right, and let it free spool. The drawbacks are the spool's not big enough. It could have been bigger to allow more rope to be put on. The other drawback is you can push this in to allow it to free spool down, but it doesn't always free spool until you've got at least your anchor chain out, or to the end of your anchor chain, then it'll free spool down. I've just been operating it off of a jump start battery, and it hasn't let me down yet. Disadvantages are, because it's underneath the bow of the boat, you can't see it. You can easily get it to overspool if you don't watch what you're doing, but I did that the first time, and now that I know what I'm doing, it works fine. So there you go. If anyone would like to suggest any improvements, and I know there are a lot because this is the first one I ever made and I wasn't even sure if it was going to work, then I'd like to hear from you. Okay, thanks.